They could never, I don't know what you guys mean by take care. But like all I gotta say is I don't have an anthropoid. You can keep posting that dumb shit all you want. I don't share an anthropoid with a bitch. I don't have an anthropoid with a random bitch. I never signed no paperwork with a bitch. I never was served from a bitch. I never took any type of scientific test that proves anything for a bitch. So blow a dick. I can give two fucks what they say about me on Twitter. I've been doing content 10 years. I can give two flying fucks. What else is new? Just think about this shit for a second. If there's some ugly ass bitch out there that was so sure about you have an anthropoid with them, why the fuck would they go on the internet to bash you? Wouldn't that go against all odds? If you're really sure that individual shares DNA with your anthropoid, why would you bash that person? If anything, you're fucking up any potential if that was the case, even though it's not the case of mine, because I don't share no DNA with that anthropoid. But what's the point of bashing somebody? If you're smart, you'd try to figure out a way to, you know, like, but people are retarded. So slandering's not gonna work in your favor. So it only works against you. Legally, it works against you. And formally, it works against you. Doesn't make any sense. I'm so angry for XY's. Angry for what? I don't even know the person. I'm angry, so I'm just gonna go online and slander a random guy that I've had no communication with whatsoever. Exactly. You should be prioritizing your anthropoid. Like, slandering a random internet figure for quote-unquote monetary gain means nothing. Open up an OnlyFans, bitch. Like, any bitch out there that's having a hard time, open up an OnlyFans. Bust your pussy open. You shouldn't be worried about a random nigga on the internet. If there's a sympathy card, why don't you just bust your pussy open on OnlyFans and see how many of those niggas will purchase your OnlyFans? You know, practice some analytics. My Twitch is suspended. It's not gone. There's a difference. Slight infraction. I activated the ROG virus too much. I let myself, I got ahead of myself, and I gotta, you know, but that's what that individual should do. If that individual wants monetary gain, some form of fake notoriety to try to be attached to me on some weird shit, open up an OnlyFans. The crying's not gonna make you, whatever you're crying about or upset about is not gonna make you any money. Bust your pussy open, twerk your ass, flop your titties out. And if those niggas really support you, they will buy your product. That would be my advice to the person that's doing all that extra shit. Just do that. Just bust your pussy open. Because to keep talking about a random nigga, right? You're claiming a random nigga is XYZ when I'm not. How far is that gonna get you? Just go bust your pussy open. Open up the OnlyFans tomorrow or start the GoFundMe. It's just that simple. You got two options. GoFundMe, bust your pussy open on OnlyFans. Simple. Or if you don't feel like busting your pussy open, if I was to manage that, I would say, look, don't bust it open, but like tease them a little bit with like thong shots and like do like, you know, just, you could do like 10 shots, but don't do the full pussy bust open. Like, get a life, you know what I mean? Like, how long are you gonna do this shit? Like, bitch been sitting around for multiple months talking about me, and what? Like, what has that accomplished for you? Focus on your anthropoid and how you could build some sort of a brand and name behind yourself by busting your pussy open on OnlyFans or showing your tits somewhere, or start a GoFundMe. And then let's see how many people really come to your aid with the GoFundMe or the OnlyFans. That should prove it. Because some YouTube comments ain't gonna get you paid. There, I just gave you game. Anyways, back to my game. Imagine putting your anthropoid at the risk of being stalked in public and Lord knows what for fake social media, fake monetary gain. Those people are not your fans. You're an idiot that's being used by a bunch of weirdos that their only concern is me. But you know, people will be idiots. Dimwits will be dimwits. Exactly. It's like, that's how you can tell the average person just does not think logically. You know what I mean? I'm not the loser. I'm not gonna be the loser here at the end of this. I'm not the loser now. I won't be the loser in the future. The real loser is the bitch sitting up, talking random shit. Yo, what was that movie? Remember that movie with J-Lo called Enough? Who here remembers that movie? The movie. Matter of fact, yo, Verge, are you allowed to post links in here? Here, I know. You know what? I'll look for it. Check this out. You know, I was watching an academics video and he hit it on the fucking nail, right? NLE Choppa's BMs, but his actual BMs, since I don't have a BM, right? His actual BMs were listening to NBA Youngboy tracks to try to scorn him, right? Now, why the fuck would you do that when all you're doing is putting detrimental strain on the relationship with NLE Choppa and his anthropoids, right? You're creating a realm of disdain because you're trying to get back at NLE because this nigga won't fuck with you or he won't do what you want him to do, right? And you just can't, you're just mad because NLE is rich. You're mad because NLE is doing something with his life and you're sitting on your fucking ass. I got two things. Hold on.
Your kid turning up to your baby father's enemy was stupid.
You know, I was like, I'm thinking like, do these bitches really like think logically about shit, or you just like thinking in the moment? Do you think of the long-term effect that these actions are going to have on your anthropoid? These actions are not gonna, whatever you're doing now is not gonna affect NLE. He's NLE. Whatever a random ugly ass bitch says about me is not gonna affect me. I'm still me. Who is really gonna affect is the anthropoid. It's gonna affect NLE's anthropoids. It's gonna affect whatever that random bitch's anthropoid that has nothing to do with me. That's who it's gonna affect. It doesn't affect me.
You came to be known somewhat their emotions.
Pay attention.
Their baby father. Both posting themselves listening to NBA Youngboy. And they're doing it for the purpose of trying to hurt their baby father, right? You see, it's women like this, and this is why I said like this is almost satanic to me. You see, when a woman's scorned, I always say women are only loyal to their emotions. With all the respect, Shorty, it's no way on God's green earth you should be bumping NBA Youngboy. You don't know NBA Youngboy from a can of paint. You came to be known somewhat with NLE Choppa. Y'all have a kid together. Youngboy don't give a fuck about you, and he don't give a fuck about your kid. When I see this, it just shows how stupid women are at times when they're upset. You would show you and your kid turning up to your baby father's enemy, which if, let's say, not saying it's like this, just to be clear, not saying it's like this, but we do know how some of these things materialize when it comes to shit that's adjacent to the streets. The idea of trying to hurt your baby father by showing love to his op, to me, is really hurting yourself. Because no matter what, y'all are a unit. She's the one that was like 10 years older than him, crying on the internet, talking about he don't want me or whatever the case is. And then they have a child together and he leaves her. And she's upset as well.
No, it's not typical black drama. What I'm doing is I'm showing, right, that when a bitch is playing games with an anthropoid, or a bitch is playing games, or a bitch is slandering a random nigga that she thinks is her anthropoid's DNA sharer or whatever the and you slander that individual, you're hurting the anthropoid. You're not hurting the nigga. The anthropoid suffers, just like these bitches that are trying to all of a sudden they're bumping NBA Youngboy because NLE Choppa don't want to fuck with him or anything like that. You said chat moderation should be much better now in terms of the league. Okay. Like, how does this affect Choppa? Like, he's still NLE, still getting his money, still NLE, and you're just a random scorned chick trying to figure out how to get your frustrations out via social media.
I know a lot of times you make fun of single mothers, but most women didn't plan to be a single mother, right? Like, for whatever reason, maybe the guy lied to them, like, yo, you know, y'all want to get you pregnant, I want to be with you forever. Like, sometimes they're gaslit this and third. So obviously when they have a child by a man and the man doesn't stay for whatever reason, like they're upset. Yo, they're upset, very upset. Yo, fuck, you lied to me. You told me you were going to be here. So I'm not disregarding or disrespecting a woman's scorn. how they could feel after, you know, going through maybe raising a kid by themselves or whatever that comes with that. My thing is about showing any type of love, respect, or acknowledgement to that man's mortal enemy. That's how you get somebody to sometimes resent that whole situation. Don't want to show up as a father. That's how you get somebody to sometimes resent that whole situation. Don't want to show up as a father. Don't want to provide. Not saying they shouldn't, but why?
And you know what the crazy thing about it? You know for a fact NLE definitely pays for his anthropoids. So that's the crazy thing about it. Like, you know he pays for his anthropoids. So what's the problem? If you're getting money, what is the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're getting a bag. You're getting free money to have NLE chop his kids, and you still got an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're mad while getting paid because the nigga don't want to f with you or whatever the f. I don't know what the hell these hoes problems are. But if you're getting a bag for accidents, what is the issue? Like, what? I don't understand how like a bitch could get a bag from a nigga and still go on the internet and say XYZ. Why? Because you feel like your life is worthless. You're mad because the you're talking to or the you once knew is lit now, and your life is in shambles and you're garbage, and you guys had the same amount of time and you did nothing with yourself. Like, these bitches, they're nothing. Like, these are just random hoes that had kids with NLE, but they're mad because they go on his social media, he's lit. They're mad because he's getting money. They're mad at shit that he built off the strength of him. But them getting money is not enough. That's the crazy thing. It's like, niggas go through this shit every day. I just think it's hilarious. And these bitches wonder, these bitches don't understand the blowback that's gonna happen with these anthropoids. What's gonna happen is these anthropoids, right? They're gonna reach a certain age and they're gonna start questioning the bitch. Right? They're gonna start questioning the bitch. And then what they're gonna do, these kids right here, they're gonna grow up and they're gonna start asking NLE questions. He's gonna be like, oh, I mean, I did blah, 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 but check social media. Go check your mom's social media. Go see what she said. Go see what she did. Boom. Any motherfucking ways, I just thought this shit was fucking hilarious. So don't come in here talking about some fucking anthropoid and all that bullshit. I don't share an anthropoid with no bitch. It's just that simple. There's been nothing that's been proven that I have an anthropoid with anybody. Nothing about me shares anything with an anthropoid. Nothing has been presented. Nothing has been sent to me to the point. Nothing has been sent for me to sign. Nothing. Like Cali law, any bitch could just claim XYZ. That don't mean shit. Anything could default. And they just appoint. That shit don't got nothing to do with me. And then if you're, it's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm really just, that's what I'm saying. Niggas just want me to they just coming up with shit 24/7, but don't even know what's going on or who lied, who made this up, who just appointed this, appointed that. Listen, if there's a financial problem, open up OnlyFans and start the GoFundMe. See how much these people really love you. Instead of this sympathy bullshit, get a bag out of it. You know what I'm saying? If these niggas really care, they'll pay to see your fucking flopping ass tits or whatever the fuck you got going on, your warped ass or whatever the fuck you got going on, or just open up if you don't want to go explicit, just open up the GoFundMe. Just that simple. Stop worrying about, motherfuckers need to stop worrying about me. I'm still gonna be me at the end of the day. An NPC is still gonna be an NPC. Regardless of what people say about me, I've built something. There's a difference, right? When you build something, it stands the test of time. Right? I've been doing this for quite some time, so clearly people f with me to some capacity. So whatever the f this random bitch is doing, clearly is it's not gonna just make niggas stop f***ing with me. Like, I'm still gonna be me. It's not gonna be some random ass bitch or some random nigga that comes out of nowhere that says something about me that's just gonna make niggas stop f***ing with me. Like, it's pointless. This is what happens when you build something. But a retarded bitch or a retarded nigga could never understand that. So, anyways, back to my games real quick. I got a stage to beat. Open up the GoFundMe, open up the OnlyFans. Especially when you want to discuss niggas' cock sizes on Discord. How about you discuss your clit size or your ass or your tit size and get money off of it?